Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. Another day, another stream. Let me just share this real quick with everyone in our Discord server. Yeah, so, and then we'll get up. So a new week, a new color in the thumbnail. Very nice. Let me just get up the chat on the other computer. And we'll talk about what we're doing and everything like that. Let me just pause myself so I don't hear my own voice through the speakers. Nope. There we go. Okay. Change to live chat. Pretty cool. Okay. Right. So I have to be kind of quick with this one. I know someone might be turning up at some random point in the I don't know when, so I don't know how long this live stream is going to last. So we are going to be rushing down audio as fast as we can to try and get this working. Just so people are aware, I tried to get audio working. Nothing really worked. I was kind of a bit too gung-ho. I've also moved the light so it's in front of the player now, so it makes a bit more sense. I mean, we can still swing behind the light, but if we were to, navigate as a spaceship, it makes more sense that we should be able to see in front of the player a bit. So rather than because before this point it was like where the camera is, and it's kind of pointless now. Yeah, we can still go inside rocks, but with the camera, I'm not that concerned yet. The lighting is still not perfect, but with the fact that we turned down the intensity by an order of magnitude, because we can afford to now, because now we can actually see stuff even in the dark. Stuff lights up before we crash into it. If it's there in the way, you can still get lost though. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, so turn down the intensity of the lights so things aren't as blown out. They're still blown out. It's still not the correct light that we need to be using. So that's that. I've been also learning threading off stream. I've decided to move away from my book that I was using because it was going into object-orientedness. And yeah, I will be threading stuff, I think soon, TM. We might be seeing something soon. So yeah, we are going... Oops. We are going to... What the heck was that? Oh, right. I've got some music playing because I'm feeling nostalgic. That's probably what it was. I hope. I'll play this stuff in the background. Yeah, so let's try and rush it down. So, because we don't have as much time. Yeah. Let's see here. So, we tried to get things playing. And we should be hearing, just so people are aware, we should be hearing a sound effect. Just to catch everyone up, who wasn't here last time, we should be hearing... Not release, when we go. So I'll play the WAV file. That, right? So the first thing I want to check is the really obvious. Does this, is this found, right? So the first thing is to check, the thing I didn't check at all was, like, after this point, I didn't check, if the files could be found, or if there's any other type of error. So this is the first thing we're going to fix. Is found. Could not find... file. Yeah, let me know if this song's a bit odd. I don't know why. It's like the video, but yeah, let me know if it's a bit harsh on your ears or anything like that. Let's see. So if we play this, press F10, because we literally might just. Okay, so we got a success. That was found. What was in here? Void, sound is equal to null, is looping. Press F10. No invalid args. Success. Okay. The thing I'm not entirely sure of is what we should be playing through, right? So I'm not entirely sure if we're playing like through the wrong speakers. So I might be moving my might be moving around the you know, unplugging the mic and stuff like that. So start sound. Let's see what goes wrong here, because I feel like something's gone wrong somewhere down the line. Nope. Okay, no success. And we have the desired specs. Yep, okay. STL open audio device. I did press F11, but that didn't do anything. 0. Interesting. Let me let's get rid of this thing and just see if the pausing the device works. Okay. So nope. Yeah, I'm not sure if this music is spiking the mic or something, so I'm just going to change to a different I'm going to listen to some nice classical music. Classical guitar video game music. Okay, so obtain spec. Okay, so that's definitely not going to work, is it? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I've been doing off stream, but I haven't been able to implement any of it yet, which is unfortunate. Right, okay, so right. So this is why it's not working. We try to open the audio device with these two variables, but this doesn't exist in SDL2. So I want to see the SDL3 translation. What is the difference between the two? Because we're an SDL, we're not an SDL2, right? So we have audio spec, and then okay, so this is an output variable. The difference here is we have the device ID and the audio spec. Hi Ratchet, how you doing, dude? So I'm just gonna be speed running audio. So it's not that interesting with graphics today. Hopefully that's chill. I've been working on threading off stream, but I haven't yet been able to implement anything. The device instance ID, and also I have no idea when this live stream's gonna end. So I'm trying to go as fast as I can today. The device instance, because someone might be turning up. If I disappear for a bit, my GPU probably crashed. Fair enough. Good luck with your graphics programming. So the device is open, or the SDL device default playback. Oh, that's true. I wonder what the device IDs. I wonder if there's like get device IDs. What are these things? Because I think one of the issues that we might be having is what I wanted to do is just select the default device. Whoops. Whatever. So we don't want that at all. We don't want the playback. Sorry, we don't want recording. What? The device instance ID is open, or the default playback. Right. Or 0 on failure. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so that actually tells us what's going wrong. So we can actually check. So let's error out. Assert M. What are you coding, by the way, Ratchet? While I type this out. It's not equal to 0. SDL could not launch device for. I think it's going to tell us enough, so I'm just going to do %s. I assume this returns a SDL get error. Oh, the cache system. Yes, I remember you. So you're tackling that old one again. Good luck. It sounds like a really tough one, to be honest, what you're trying to tackle there. Let's do a colon. Right, so let's see what we got. So it should assert out, and yeah, that's the problem is we don't know what the error is until it's invalid audio device ID. Right, I think, yeah. What I think is we want this. I don't know what the IDs are, so does that exist? Yeah. Try again. So this is the default, whatever the default is. Obviously this isn't great, but what is this? 49. Pause SDL device. I don't know what that means. Okay, so looks like we've got past all the errors, and I don't know what's going to happen with this, so I don't know if breakpointing is even going to do anything. I just hope this isn't too loud if it does play. Okay. Nope. It's weird. I can go in. Yeah, okay, so this was happening on Linux. I did notice this earlier. On the bottom side of the collision mesh, it's slightly off. For some reason. But on top, it's like... go down. So we're slightly offset for some reason. But I'll come back to that. That's something else to figure out. I'm hooked on it. I'm hooked up to the image loading code. Interesting. Is that for the are you trying to stream in some resources or something? Okay, so this does that, and oh, that was true. We actually didn't use this. I don't know if it actually matters, but we can throw that in, I guess. Why is it double? I mean, you can cast it to a flow, but it's a bit of an arbitrary precision for no reason. Implicit cast. I'm hooking up. Sorry, I'm hooking it up to the image loading code. Oh, the caching. Right. Okay. I think I got it. Yeah, this is offset. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's try and figure this out. So there's no errors, and the example is like, this is what you're supposed to do. Is there an unpause or something? Oh, why did that... I forgot why this didn't work. Why does this not work? I've forgotten. Could not find sleep. Where is that though? That's kind of interesting. Is it even in here? Just wonder if it's like if defed out or something. No, it's not. Oh, this is on. What the heck? What are we sleeping anyway? Are we sleeping a thread? Like a separate audio thread or something? Hi, Coding Banana. Yeah, I'm doing good. A bit tired today, admittedly. I'm a bit nostalgic for like old YouTube right now, so we're listening to like the stuff I used to like when I was like, I don't know how old I was. Like in my early teens. Okay, so okay, so we do need to do these things. Let's throw these in, right? And I'm also I have no idea. I might have to like just immediately bail on the live stream. I think it will be okay for a bit, but I don't know when someone might be turning up. But I thought we'll just stream anyway because I wanna try and get something done on stream instead of just going crazy with threading. Because I'm quite excited to get that out there where I actually get threading, like some kind of threading system set up. But I can't just jump into it immediately because I need to architecture the code and hide data and associate data together in a data-oriented way. Otherwise, we'll end up with race conditions, deadlocks galore. If I just throw in random threads at random points. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to kill the audio. I don't think it matters, but I'm going to shut it down. Voila! It seems to work. Fantastic. So, what does that mean you're able to do? Cache resources that have been streamed in? Like, how does the streaming work on your end there, Ratchet? Okay, so float, sounds. Start looping, starts. I don't want to pause the audio because I'm not entirely sure if that's what I want to do. Oh yeah, this. Wait. Oh yeah, this doesn't sleep, so. I've got to be careful here. Why does that exist here but not where I want it, right? Where does SDL... Does this even exist, this obtained spec? No, sorry, is it used? No, it's not used. Good. What does this do exactly? That's the other thing. Let's make this less of someone else's code. Oh, you're explaining it? Okay, my bad. I've been off Discord. Well, not because I want to avoid Discord. It's just been because I've been on Linux for some reason. When I updated Discord on what is it called, Mint, it completely just stopped working. I need to uninstall it and reinstall it. I just haven't done that. I don't know what the update was. And buffer size and bytes, that explains quite a lot. Is this a commercial project or are you doing it as a hobby, as a learning experience? Honestly, I haven't really thought about it. I'm just kind of doing it. It's probably irresponsible, but it's like while I don't have a job, I thought, you know, I should just force myself to code even more than I would at my job anyway. Why are you casting to void? Such strange things to do. So reading in just a matter of reading straight from the engine. Is it audio engine? Yeah, if this doesn't make any money, I mean, I would like it to, obviously. It's kind of weird to say that, I guess, out loud, but, you know, if I was able to monetize my coding, it's something I haven't thought about, but let's just say it does happen. I won't be crying about it. But for the most part, I'm doing this because of a quote from a book, which I can't quite quote right now, but it's on this. It's pinned in the main Discord. I was reading this book about like the end of an era. It's called the Hikakure, and it basically said things, you know, no things, or common sense doesn't achieve great things, which I was kind of like, that's a really simplified version. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something nuts and just start streaming. Right, so haven't really thought it through that much. So what does this even do, this function? Okay, so I can read the chats later, but basically it lets me skip decoding from the standard format PNG. Okay. So basically, on subsequent runs... Oh, right, you don't have to do it multiple times. I've only hooked it up to standard dynamic range images, though. So you need to do it for your HDR one. Nice. Sounds really cool. I mean, here's something I was thinking about. If you've got a caching system, and I was thinking about this as well, just in general, wouldn't it make sense... this is not just for images, but like in all assets, to like pre-bake them down into a like form that's already decoded / in the format that you want, and then you can blast through it without even, and send those assets off across the internet for people to run. Hey, hi Deech, hi Detri. I can't stick around, but I hope goes well. It's going all right. Yeah, no complaints. I have to go at 10 a.m. Got ya. Oh, okay, no problem. I might end up going at that point. I don't know when my someone is gonna turn up. They said they'll be here late afternoon, and I was like, I don't know what that means, like time-wise. So we might end up with like, I might end up literally having to be like, all right, bye. So yeah, I hope people don't take offense to that. Okay, what was this even used for? Like, this is not even used, bro. Interesting. So I'm kind of like rushing a little bit. Design spec. Huh. What's in this now? So you don't actually need obtain spec. That's not necessary. Yo, Shadow. That's the standard approach, yes. I wanted to avoid having to write a full asset pipeline. And I can drop in the assets anytime at runtime. 100%, yeah. Makes sense, yeah. I've been stuck on asset pipelines for a really long time. Yeah, it sounds tough. For me, it's like this is why I want to really dig into the threading early on, so I can actually, so when I do something like what you guys have done, I can do it well. SDL get audio device name. Does that exist? Yes. Okay. Okay, so gets human or readable the audio device. SDL get audio name, because I can't hear it. I just wonder if it's the index is the audio device. Good. Okay, so is capture non-zeros to query the list of 0 to query the list of outputs. Non-zero to query the list of... Oh, okay, so we... Is capturing... No, we don't want to capture. Okay, so what I want to see is what have we captured? Ah, nice. So you got like a... Aren't we all making our life harder in ways by making a game engine? I feel like that's like the game engine's moniker at the moment. Game engine developers moniker. We do it to make our life harder. Initial eyes. That's not right either, but I'll leave it for a minute because I need to remember not to obtain. Oh, hang on. Audio spec. Ah, right. Okay, so I think we need to send in this. Because this is the input, right? Oh, I won't be able to see. I think this is in a DLL, so... yeah, I'm going on a whim here and say we need desired spec in here. The output spec I don't think is used. But I also want to see the name of the spec that we're going to end up printing. I'm launching my async tasks with async tasks. Yo, dude. Thread maxing. Steel maxing. Yeah, 100%. I think making a game engine is where you want to feel... something real about yourself. Yeah, pretty much. Void... What's the thing? It's vprint. Just when I want to print a screen. So, audio device. Because it might be defaulting to something that doesn't exist. Oops, that's not anything at all. %s. This function. We need the audio device, which is just a number, and then false. Alright. Oh, we don't need to worry about that. Nice. So if I get that one, so yeah, it definitely turns a constant jar. All right, cool. I am just going to throw in a random breakpoint. So I need a variable to break on. Cool. Yeah, this music's incredible. It's a YouTuber I really liked back in the day. Although this came out 5 years ago, he started posting 15 years ago. So he has like excellent classical music, like classical guitar music. So what was the error there? Unresolved reference. Oh. Huh? What? Did I delete? Shutdown? What on earth did I just do? I literally have no idea what happened. Alright. Yeah, so I'm feeling a bit nostalgic today, so we're listening to the original music go from my point of view. It is relaxing as hell, isn't it? Right, okay, so we need to shut down everything like we just... I must have deleted. Yeah, S sound. Oh, I didn't write it. I don't even remember. S engine. Alright, so did I literally don't remember. I must have deleted that. Okay, so we got a Yeti microphone. What? What's all this gibberish? Lack of Unicode support, I think. Ooh, let's just check what it actually says. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's Japanese. That's a speaker in Japanese. Whatever. As long as it tells us there, we're all good. So it should be coming through my. So you should be able to hear it too if it plays. Right. Okay. So that is correct. And right, I've really got to be careful here because as I get more correct. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so we're not getting deafened at least. But we're not getting any sound at all. Okay, so pause audio device was here, and I don't exactly know what this does. Let's see. Yeah, let's play the other playlist I've got up. This is a really good track. Let's see, what does this do? What did I say? Use this function to pause and unpause the audio. Playback on a device. Okay. So what am I doing? Am I unpausing or pausing? Pause on. False is on, but what's the default variable then? This function, okay. Let's see what it does. Nope. Zelda moment indeed. There we go. Right. I don't exactly know. Let's move this up here because this is kind of clumsy having this down here, in my opinion. Because I want to kind of like it all in one place. Same with this config. We're gonna move this. Oops. Right. Let's see all the variables that we have access to. Okay, we have a ton. Period in milliseconds. This is all audio stuff I'm not exactly familiar with. No device. When this is true, do not create a default device. Radio, whatever, can manually read data. Oh, okay, so it looks like we are missing a function callback that's reading something. Yeah, reading it like a buffer of memory. Right, okay. So in SDL2 we had what did we have? We had something like, okay, so desired audio in, okay, so we need the SDL2 version of this. No, of this. Oh, have I looped it? I think I've looped it because I was listening to it exclusively. Let's keep moving. No, that's SDL. SDL2 version. callback that feeds the audio device. Null to use. Okay, so we need the STL callback. I don't know where this is going to come from now. Because if I get the STL3 version, I don't think we have it. Which I think is the issue. We're trying to do something. Yeah, we have way less to work with. STL formats? No. Let's see. If I take the STL formats, maybe there's a way to look this up. No. What was it? Yeah, because we want this callback somehow to get into STL. What was it? Hopefully it's not super generic like STL. Okay, cool. So we want this. This exists in an obviously different place. Okay, STL3. Audio stream callback. So there's the function pointer itself. The original one was, yes, but this one is the scrap brain mode. These are like my personal favorites from when I first basically joined YouTube. I don't know when that was. I was on YouTube when they had you know, stars, a star rating system. Not quite right at the original. Ray William Johnson was like becoming the biggest YouTuber of all time at that point. So whatever era that was, I think it was just after featured videos. So yeah, this was 14 years ago. So I was listening to this when it came out. Yeah, 100%. I was like roughly around when Facebook was coming out, and another social media called Bieber, which is popular in the UK. MySpace was out, but no one really used it as much as Bieber. Yeah. So that's how I spent my teens, watching anime on YouTube or on Facebook. Well, my some part of my teens. Online at least. Yeah, when Facebook was air quotes cool. I don't think it's ever been cool since all your parents joined Facebook. Anyway, yeah, we are missing this function callback thing. How do I set this guy up? A function callback that fires when data is processed through audio stream. Okay, what's this? Audio stream is an audio conversion interface. It can handle... Okay. Do I just literally go, here's the function pointer, bro? I don't know if I need to do this before or after creating the device. Right. Now, where is this and what does it do? Okay, so... How do I use this thing? It's just declared. Oh, create audio stream. Right. We're slowly figuring it out. Oops, going backwards. Gotta remember I'm under pressure here, under a time crunch. Oh, how do I? Oh, SDL creates. Audio spec. What? Is this what we did? Okay, so we've already done this. Returns a pointer to audio stream pointer. A new. Yeah, okay, it's looping. Or is it? Yeah, I looked at the YouTube playlist and it broke. As you would expect with YouTube playlists. I don't know why it's like the buggiest part of the YouTube site. Return new audio stream. Okay, so I lost where I was then. So we create an audio stream with the source and destination spec. And are these the same as what I've... Yeah. Why do I need both? The format details of input audio and output audio. I assume I can pass in null for a microphone. Returns a new audio stream. Or null. It is safe to call this from any thread. Get audio stream data, put audio stream data. Okay. So if I want to put a random buffer in, audio stream. So I need my audio stream device thing with the audio spec. So yeah, that's the first thing I need. I need this guy. I don't know what the lifetime of this object needs to be, so we're just gonna throw this in the audio stream. So we're going to take that, we're going to create an audio stream from here. I'm going to do it after this, before this pause though, so I'm going to take create audio stream. We're going to load in our spec that we have for the desired spec thing. And then we're going to do null for the other one. I think that is going to... So now we have a pointer to... we have a pointer. I'm going to throw this in here. And... audio... my instinct is to say that your files are cluttered because everything seems to be mashed up. You don't have you don't have to be organized, but yeah, I know what you mean. You're not wrong because I've got audio, main, player, and scene all in the same place, which is not good. I just haven't really figured out a place to put them. Like, where do I put the scene? Where do I put the player? Where do I put audio? It's not graphics, right? Is it part of the application? Is it the same level as input? And the window? I think I can make that argument for audio. Player and scene feel like an entity thing. But a lot of the entity code is actually in here. Because there's a lot of crossover. Where is it actually? No, it's in. It isn't seen. I'm tripping off. Yeah. Okay. So I think you're right. I think I might have like an entity folder and like put scene and player in. And then like put this in application. Or a game folder. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll do that now. That's literally takes no effort. So what I'm gonna do is in source we're gonna have a game, which is gonna be the game code, like for the game itself. So we're gonna have to close this for a minute because otherwise it's gonna freak out. Cuts. There it is in game. Now, obviously this is gonna break main, but that's easy enough to fix, and anything that uses it. I think this can easily be put in application because it's part of the application. It's very SDL-y, and this is where the SDL code really lives. And now we can regenerate the project if I just move everything. Because main should be on the outside. It really should be the only file that exists. But yeah, let's do application. Yeah, this is why I haven't done it. It's just, it needs to be done. It's just I haven't put the 2 seconds of thought it takes to actually do this. So we can do that now. Obviously, move this. Yeah, it's not exactly difficult. Right, cool. And now we're just gonna do a dirty, because I don't want to have to wait. Yeah, I don't really have like an engine folder right now. But yeah, application, engine, probably the same thing. I have a separation between graphics and application. So yeah, application, obviously assets is just assets. Foundation is the non-STL. Containers, game is going to be all the game specific code, and then main is just main. Anyway, did it succeed? Yes. Okay, so let's launch the build. Why is this here? Oh, well, okay. Let's launch. Yeah. So this is why we want to do that. So main is going to start crying. So application, and these can go together now. Physics is in its own thing. You could argue that it's part of the game, but oops. Game. So this is the game part of the game engine. Let's move this to the application. Yeah. Alright, cool. And now we are here. We might have to check everything that I've moved. Let's see, game. Can you still find everything? I mean, I'll just build. It's faster. Rather than waiting for IntelliSense to work out if if there's something missing somewhere. Nope. Okay, cool. Back to it. Right, audio. So we want to create this audio device. We done. Now it did say if it's what? Null if fails, so void assert m if audio stream not equal to null, then we want to say audio stream error, I don't know, s get SDL get error. let's see what that does. I'll break here just to see. Love Vulkan. Yo, thank you for turning up and checking out the stream. Yeah, so hopefully that's the code's a little less. Okay, so it's equal to null. What was the error? The error was source channels is invalid. Really? Oh no, don't you say this is not 2. Okay, let's see what this says. Yeah, we're currently working on audio at the moment. 2. 0. Okay, that's bad. Right, I know why, because we haven't created the engine yet. Okay, very simple fix. This needs to be moved to when we actually need it, which is going to be here. We're going to take this though, because I don't think it's used anywhere else. Right, so now we don't have 0 channels. Yeah, volcanism. Right, let's worry about this now. Right, cool. We have a valid audio stream. Next step is to use that audio stream to stream in some stuff, which is the next step. So no, we don't need this. Right, so audio stream. Okay, a function callback that fires when a callback that fires when data passes through an audio stream. Okay, so how do we port audio stream? That's the one we want to use. Next step is data must match the format channel thingy in the set audio stream format. Oh, okay. Do I need to do this? Oh yeah, we haven't done this yet. Oh, new audio format input. So this is new. Does this need to be called? Oh, let's just change the format. No, we don't need to do that. Okay, so that would be if we were changing in the UI. I'm glad I found this channel, by the way. I'm currently using OpenGL ES. Nice. I hope you're enjoying developing for that. How hard do you think Vulkan would be? So you have some experience with graphics. The underlying graphics theory that you may have learned when coding with OpenGL ES will never go away. So that will carry over 100%. So if you've learned, say, physically based rendering theory and the maths behind it, that will carry over. So you'll definitely be better off than someone who's just started. If you're using ES, it suggests that, I'm just making an assumption here, you are using this for mobile, and mobile Vulkan is a bit difficult to assume that it works on every single device. I'm not sure what you're coding. I'm just going to assume mobile for now. So you have the additional issue that you can't jump to the newest Vulkan version because you lose more mobile devices as you move forward. Vulkan is still like maybe 11 years old. It's 10. Last time I checked, I don't know if it's 11 yet. So it's still old. It's just mobile devices take forever to update, and sometimes they just don't update at all. So yeah, you have to be aware of that. So what I would do is just make sure that before you start learning Vulkan, figure out if the devices that you're going to be targeting actually will use Vulkan. He's about 10 years old. Yeah, that's about right. That's the first thing I would consider, because sometimes it might not be worth actually moving to Vulkan. Oh, we don't actually have this. If, for example, you don't actually have a need for it, because you're targeting older mobile devices. Thanks. I have multiple BIOS? I don't know. No, FBOS, right? Let's read it properly. For mobile filters like Snapchat. One for cam then, and one for recording for filter. Yeah, it's that sounds cool. Yeah, expect 1.1 basically everywhere, and if you want to go even further back, you might have to support 1.0. It's not that Vulkan 1.0 and 1.1 are particularly you want to avoid them or anything. It's just, you know, I just want to make sure that if you start learning Vulkan, you don't start, air quotes, wasting your own time. Because you feel, you know, you try to learn something that's not even supported. So if you work that out, I think you could learn Vulkan. Anyone can learn Vulkan, honestly. Like, super serious with that. So if you've got that straightened out, then yeah. What Shadow was saying is completely legit. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So, frame buffer objects. Got you. So yeah, Vulkan 1.1 is, there you go, recommended baseline. I think I've heard that as well. I've even last time I checked in with our Cine Kapulkin, who was I'm not sure if he still is, the lead graphics programmer for Roblox. He has to stick with Vulkan 1.0 because they want the maximum amount of users to be able to play Roblox on mobile and tablets and stuff. So yeah, just consider the hardware, consider your audience, and then figure out what can you do to fit around that if you're going to use Vulkan. And then learn that particular version of Vulkan. So newer tutorials like how to Vulkan won't be that relevant for you. Yeah, you'll have to be it's a bit trickier to find like good tutorials that are old, because the most famous tutorial online, for example, has a big mistake in its synchronization code, like a massive mistake. But because I'm targeting desktop, I can avoid that completely and just use Vulkan 1.4, 1.3. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, it's Roblox is on Vulkan. I think it's been for a while. They even wrote their own, they don't use VMA, they use their own Vulkan memory allocator code. They were writing Vulkan before that even existed. Okay, so I just need to do this. Don't need to do that twice. Oh wait, is this gonna... No, it's just gonna return 2. What is this gonna do? I'm kind of confused. This is a function callback? But now we have a... I want to use this, my function callback though. I don't want to use their function callback. Which is kind of tricky because I don't exactly know. Alright, I'm just going to have to like... This isn't quite what I want. Vulkan really helps with massive skill issue mobile. Yes, let's have with yeah, 100%. And yeah, you probably already know this, but I'll just go over it. You'll be making a tile-based renderer if you're targeting mobile. And so you're going to have to learn tile-based rendering, which is just how GPUs work on mobile. So yeah, make sure you if you are into graphics on mobile, you dive into that, which I'm assuming you already are with OpenGL. Yes, it's not like tile-based rendering is a Vulkan exclusive. I think I feel like I'm kind of doing this wrong completely. Let me just comment this out. We made a mistake earlier. Let's see if that made any audio play at all. I'm not entirely sure I need to do what I'm doing. Let's do 0, 0 again. Just to make sure it's not floating around somewhere stupid. Hello, Kalia. How you doing, dude? Oh, really? Okay. Tile-based. I didn't know OpenGL hides all that. Interesting. So yeah, the more you know about the hardware, the better off you'll be. Like it, even for me, I've been learning on stream some of the hardware stuff that I've had to learn, like descriptor sets, like the hardware of the actual GPU and how that has changed over the years, and why this or that needs to be happening, etc. Blah blah. I won't go into it now, but yeah, it is useful to know like what is the actual GPU trying to do. And then it all makes sense, like why the API is the way it is, and you'll be able to make better decisions. That's what I found anyway with the desktop GPU stuff. This is so tricky. I want to set the set SDL. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, a bit tired. This stream might end abruptly at some point, so I'm trying to be a bit quicker, but I'm also bumping into weird issues on SDL. So set SDL audio stream callback, because that's what I need to. I need to stream in audio. Oh. There's a function right here. How do I... so... Sets a callback that runs when data is requested from the audio stream. I think that's what we want. So we need the audio stream. The audio stream... What is this? Bro, just... give me a thing that I can assign. Right, so if I take the SDL2 approach and see what it actually returns. When we create a function pointer, what does it actually have? I thought it was just a void pointer, but I could be wrong. Right, so I need to keep these two. The rest can go in the bin. I'm starting to get a bit lost with the tabs here. So I really need to figure out the... Right, okay, so all I need to do is assign my function callback to this thing, and as soon as I can do that, then we're solid. The audio stream. Okay, so that's our actual function. There's no peg pointer. Yeah, I don't need to do that. So that's what I want to put in. The STL stream pointer. The audio stream to set a new. Okay, so let's create the stream, I guess. we can at least do that without an issue. Then we need to set the function callback, which with this function, and we have already had it written. So the audio stream, if I can spell audio, and the function callback, which we have up here. I assume it's just we can take in a pointer. I'm confused then. If the tutorial said, oh yeah, by the way, this is all you have to do. Yeah, you don't really get to play with tile memory without some vendor extensions though. Unlike with metal. Oh, okay. Yeah. What I meant is like you should, well, learning tile-based rendering isn't so that you can do like hardware specific tile-based rendering operations like XORs or something on the actual tiles. It's more to know, okay, if I know the GPU is trying to do tile rendering, then it makes sense why XYZ is happening. Like why MSAA, for example, is really cheap on, I've heard it's really cheap on tile-based renderers. Because you can basically do something with a, I can't exactly remember, but you can do something that makes it really, really cheap on tile-based renderers. Don't quote me on exactly what that means, but yeah. So I think I just need to turn the function to have the relevant callback. So yeah, that's what is this? Yeah, it's just a void. User data. Oh, so we have more stuff in here. Okay, that's why it's not working. Let's go back. So my audio stream's gonna be different. Yeah, it's just an example of stuff to learn, basically. If you were to, just a suggestion. You don't have to learn it either, honestly. I'm just gonna make function callback 2 so I can see if I want to do this. We need user data, the stream object, additional data, total amount. Right, so what on earth does that mean? Alright, no, we're not doing snake case, that's gross. Basically, you want to keep stuff on the tile. Yeah, pretty much is exactly it. That's exactly what it was. That was exactly it. Yeah, that's why MSAA was cheap. Yeah, ratchet's straight on it there. That's exactly what it. Yeah, thanks for reminding me on that one. So I'm gonna call this 1 and see if I do a null PTR. Okay, so that actually sets it up properly, but we don't actually have the relevant data. Okay, so the pointer, the buffer is when I'm reading this guy. What does it do? Reading documentation. Where are we? Engine. Oh, it's example. Okay. I was expecting some documentation, but never mind. So if I get an audio, what's an audio stream? That's the next thing I want to check, like actual data members. And do we have a buffer in here or something? Type def struct. It handles resampling data chunks. Yeah, I'm just trying to go quick today. So I'm trying to. This is not sustainable in the long term, without a doubt. but I don't know how long I'll be able to stream today, so trying to get stuff done. The biggest advantage I found is one is kind of cross-platform. Yep, I can share single buffers everywhere, unlike OpenGL where performs is wasted on duplicated frame buffer objects. Single buffer everywhere. I'm very unfamiliar with OpenGL. I forgot what a frame buffer object is, so I can't say yes or no to that. Do you think understanding the relationship of the GPU and the CPU and memory is important? And how useful is it? Yes, 100%. It's very useful. Synchronization, straight off the bat. If you understand the relationship, synchronization is a lot easier to understand. Pipeline barriers, for example. How does that work? Well, what are you doing? What are you synchronizing on? Why are you synchronizing? You know, yeah, that's just for synchronization. There's also like PCIe and UMA, I think it's called. Like, how does that work? How do you get the data over when you stream it over? How much can you stream over in one go? You know, what's the role of the GPU versus the CPU and vice versa when it comes to rendering something? Like GPU-driven rendering, can you... Like, a lot of that is moving up, like, recognizing that we could do a lot more with the GPU nowadays. That the CPU once had to do. Yeah, so there's like tons of stuff. Like, for me, I was Ratchet sent me a really good article about GPU hardware and fixed hardware versus descriptor sets. Not descriptor sets, sorry, buffer heaps, buffer device addresses, and fixed addresses. And what's the other one? There's a fourth one, I can't remember. I wrote notes on it at least, and that was really helpful to me figuring out how to do a bunch of cool stuff. Well, just move to buffer device addresses and figure out why uniform buffer objects, for example, are sometimes faster than buffer device addresses, because sometimes you can have access to fixed slots on the GPU, fixed registers where the actual uniform buffer objects exist on some hardware, and you can get like a speed up if you do if you're updating a set amount of data, for example. So if you exceed it, it can get too slow. If it's too small, it doesn't really matter. But if it's like a good size, then it's actually quite nice. You can get like a very much faster speed up. So that's just like a benefit of like learning a bit about the hardware. You can just know how to do something a little better, I guess. I haven't profiled it, so I have no idea if that's actually how much it's actually benefiting me. But yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, C++ and Vulkan, all hardware talking. Yeah, it's Tokyo Spliff and I have been saying the same thing. I was really happy to find out we've been saying the same thing. You've got to treat the GPU like it's a separate computer that you're talking to over a network, if that makes sense. Like, people think, like, it's easier to people think like, oh yeah, we know how the internet works, servers and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of the same idea. We want as much to run on the air quote server as much as we can when it comes to rendering, and in general anyway. And we want as little to work on the client, again air quotes. Why does this not work? Okay, so I don't really know what the audio stream is doing. How do I use it? Audio conversion interface. It handles resampling data. Okay, so when I do stream, what can I do with this thing? Because if I throw in this, right, It's expecting buffer. Oh, obviously I'll do that as well, just to get the sampling right, the sampling rate. So we sample at the right things per second, hertz, and all that. So I'll throw that into it, don't get an extra error. Size, I think it's the same. Actually, I'm going to throw that there. It's the same name. Okay, so what is stream mean in this case? I don't know. Because this needs a buffer. And yeah, coprocessor. It doesn't quite have like its own hard drive and its own network interface and its own. It doesn't control like the front side bus for the south and north bridge processor on the motherboard and all that kind of stuff that the CPU has to do. And it doesn't. I don't think it has like the operating system doesn't have to have interrupts. Maybe the graphics driver does. I don't know. But yeah, it's in its theoretical model. It's you can think of it as like you're communicating with like another device that's similar to a computer. Coprocessor, I would say it's more accurate, but it's like the same mental model of like that communication. It's more, that's the mental model you're going for. Communicating over some wires effectively. Yeah, I watch Tokyo Spliff streams from time to time. It always makes me inspired and also like, oh man, I wish I was as good as this guy. I've got to study even more. I've got to work harder. So sometimes I click on, get inspired immediately, and then want to leave because I'm like, oh man, I can't sit here anymore. I've got to read something or study something. I get that a lot actually. It's not uncommon. Frame out. Okay, this is just a void pointer. Do you think? Okay, this is a bit of a long shot. Do you think this knows what to do with? Oops. So this, I thought this was a buffer of memory, but I don't know what frame out means. So that just casts to a void star. Because obviously this can be anything. I feel like this is going to immediately blow up though. Can't I see this? Hello, how you doing, dude? Yeah, it's not bad. We're just trying to get some audio working. I hope you're having a great day and doing well too. You know what? Let's just screw it. I don't know how long we've got, so we're just gonna have to let it roll. What will happen? Question mark. If we do this, is everything gonna blow up? No audio. Oh, stop that music again. Let's go on Jamie Maxwell's YouTube channel and play something else. Let's play his Commodore Amiga 64. This is his like most famous track, I think. Anyway, okay, so that didn't do anything at all. Let's just make sure we're not pausing the device though. My study sessions have increased. Fantastic. Nope, nothing. Is there MA sound like play or something? I just want to play it. Just to be like simpler. Play? Is looping. You already know a lot, Skate Point. Thank you. I guess it's one of these things where I just the more you know. Right, I'm gonna check this. That's quite good. The more you know, the more you see you don't know. Like in the Discord server, for example, people were talking about planar reflections 2 days ago, and I was like, planar reflections? What's that? And it's like, oh, I've got to study this now. I've got to get better. So I do really try to get better, but at the moment I'm trying to get better at threading so I can actually thread the engine. So it's pretty much like every day I wake up, I have to study something, and then I come on stream, and then I realize, man, I need to study even more. So I usually study after as well. Let's say if this is equal to true, then we'll just throw in a random variable. But the more you buy, the more you save. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it is... What? Okay, it's playing. Is it? Right, I'm just going to pause the music. I know this is like super cool music, but... Apparently it's playing. But we can't hear it at all, right? No, that is definitely not playing. My yapping has not stopped it from playing. Okay. Yeah, my game's a bit mad, isn't it? You see, well, nobody's doing planar reflections anymore. See, I didn't know that. You see what I mean? Like, there's so many things I don't know, and I just have to keep learning. Yeah, so we're gonna keep learning. We're gonna keep getting better. I just think, like, I try and be better than I was yesterday, in some way. I mean, I agree with you, by the way. Studying is absolutely fantastic. I do love it. Where is the... Like, I've saw, like, it's... I don't want to talk about too many other people too much, but, because I get too distracted, but I saw Tokyo Spliff talking about how he's trying to do an MSAA forward renderer, and I'm like, why isn't he using a G buffer? And I'm like, oh wow, this is really interesting. Like, now there's a forward rendering versus a G buffer thing, and you got to make the G buffer really small so you don't end up falling back behind with a MSA forward renderer. And oh, there's so much stuff to learn. It's so fun though. It's super fun. I'm loving it, but it's like at the same time it's kind of stressful. Anyway, because I honestly don't feel very good most of the time. But that's just me being that's my personality. I'm always like that. Always have been like that. Okay, so let's bring this back in. Yeah, this song is absolute killer. Yeah, it's inspiring and stressful. If that's a weird combo. Oh, really? Planar reflection is a NVIDIA meme? I actually don't know what the NVIDIA meme is. I'm surprised it took this long to get your channel in my recommendations, even though my YouTube is full of TensorFlow and graphics programming. Ah, I don't know. Well, I'm glad I'm turning up in your recommendations now. If I'm providing value, at least. I hope to continue to provide value. It can handle resampling. We looked at this so many times. I just don't understand the connection between the function callback and the interface. I might end up having to change out of this, unfortunately. Because this feels like a buffer to like memory. This doesn't feel like a buffer to... Let's... Yeah, I feel like this is not right. Like, what is this function called? I feel like we've got the wrong thing here completely. Like, I feel like we're streaming the wrong data in. And... Okay. Oh yeah, it's I forgot this. I was like, what's that weird noise? This is a video. Hello, Maddo. How you doing, dude? Oh right, yeah. The more you buy, the more. Got ya. Yeah. That is a meme, indeed. In planar reflections, the surface must be flat. Ah, okay. And you don't need to render the scene again to capture the reflection. That reflection. Okay. Thank you. So it is literally, it has to be a plane. Okay, we've gone into spook mode. I haven't listened to this track in a while. Okay, so let's get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. We need to figure out the... Okay, so let's look at... Instead of this tutorial, let's read some documentations on this thing, right? Like, yeah, examples are fine, but... Okay, so what have we got here? Screw it, I've got an idea. Because let's just go nuts. Let's do the non-SDL approach. Yeah, so the Hello World program. We're not gonna initialize the audio. We're not gonna have an audio device. None of this. It's a bit of a waste, but I'm gonna not delete the code. I'm just gonna make another intit, and then again, no idea how long I've got, so I just wanna get something done. This is like a speed run. Not the ideal way to code, don't get me wrong. Okay, I want to code longer. Alright, so initialize. So initial engine. Okay, cool. We're just gonna do this. Except for the play engine stuff. And throw that in there. And we're going to get rid of the SDL version. So we need to go to Windows. Windows. I think tomorrow will be a bit more chill. Alright, so we're not going to initialize the audio. We're not going to do this. Oh no, this, sorry. And we're going to get rid of this. Okay, next. And we haven't, no, we don't have anything there. We don't want this. We don't want this. We want a sound. We want to... It's a bit loud for me. I'm going to turn this down. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to use SDL 100%. I think you need put audio data. Yo, you finished the swap chain. Fantastic, dude. Fantastic. Right, okay, so do you mind summarizing your engine at the in broad strokes? Yeah, I'll come back to you on that one. Let's just see if we can blast through this audio. And this is not going to take that long, I don't think. So yeah, we're just going to get rid of this, and all these functions. What am I doing? Yeah, I just want to... we want this, initial sound file, results. We definitely want this. And obviously, get rid of these. Go on this. Okay, next. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, by the way. Hulkador. No, let me just read that properly. Hulkador. Yeah, whatever. I give up. Okay, so We'll play audio sound. Okay, we don't even need to do this. We're just gonna go, alright, bet. Just throw that in there. Where's the engine? S engine. Yeah, let's defeat audio first there. Because what we just want to do is just get a sound playing at any point. Get rid of this. And actually we don't want this now. That's gonna error out. Results. In fact, I could just paste this here just to make sure this works. Because we could, we might have some SDL-ness in here still. Let's just check. There shouldn't be anything. What's this? What was this originally? Okay, so I obviously committed something. And we go in here, go down here. Right, okay, so player position, we don't care about this. Nope. Yeah. Okay, so up here. Inted 1. And our shutdown, we're not going to do. We're just going to ignore that for a minute. And now we need a play. I think that's good. Okay, yeah, get rid of this. So apparently this just plays something. And oh, duh. Invalid arguments. Ugh. Why do you need? Oh, we didn't initial. No. I did it the wrong way around. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering about the sampler and stuff like that, so it's not like I've set that up. Because we had engine config. Yeah, so let's grab all this in, right? This is like an easy thing. Throw that there. Throw this in here. Oh. Now we do want that to be true. Want it to be false, sorry. And this goes in here. And, okay. That should be better. So we do want an audio device to be created. Dang it. Let's go back. No, what's the second argument? I bet that's needed now. What's M group? What's this? It's just a sound. Bit of a layer of indirection, I think. Okay, so let's initialize the sound. I think that's the... We can do that again. Grab that. Put that in there. Apparently that's fine. Okay, and... I'm kind of a bit confused now. Screw it. Okay. Yeah, I have a massive CPP file. Yeah, that's going to be refactored. Don't get me wrong. Yes, it is compatible with Linux. There is no. If you do configure it, it'll just configure make files, so you can use that with whatever. Right. Okay. So since I didn't get that working, I will summarize, I guess, my engine, how it works in broad strokes. It's a very simple renderer. There's no render pass. Sorry, there's no render graph. So I'll just talk you through it, and we'll go from top to bottom through the main function. Okay, so all engines have the three things they have to do in the same order, no matter what engine: 2D, 3D, commercial, tiny, whatever. Handle events, update the physics, or update the world. Doesn't have to have physics, and render. Right? You have to do these in this order. So we take user input from the player first, with the We have two configures. We have an F key and an escape key. Obviously, they just close the window. We have the main loop here, and we go into here, and we have to start the new frame, right? So I won't go into the full details of like how this frame works, but the first thing we need to do is make sure that we resize the ratio based on a resize event. This is just a variable to work out the scale of the models. Then we have to work out what the player's position is, because that's really important. And then we have a flag to also turn on debug rendering. In fact, yeah, so this is only going to be here. So this is only relevant if the window is minimized, right? Then we update the physics, then we update the player's position. And at the moment, I'm disabling and enabling the mouse if I'm pressing the the right mouse button down, so I can actually click on stuff. But that for a game, that will be disabled at different points. So then we start off the rendering. So Vulkan works in a way that we have to record to a command buffer. So this is us filling up a command buffer. We then fill up the generic scene data that's going to be used pretty much in every single shader in a massive buffer, and we also have a push constant which indexes into this buffer. And each of these, unfortunately, is done in sequence. Eventually, I will make these all happen on the GPU and do GPU-driven rendering, but we don't have that at the moment. So we have a bind pipeline, and each time we bind a pipeline, we change to a different type of rendering. And so the first thing we do is we render the scene. We set up our textures, and we go through and all those buffers that we made before, we push them onto the GPU, and then effectively we set the position based on the physics that we calculated earlier, and then we draw down here. So this is all drawing. This is what this is doing. It's setting up the draw. We could have more materials that we have to draw for a particular model, so we have to make sure that if there's a reflection surface in one part of the model and a non-reflection surface in another part of the model, that we do a different index draw call. Again, this will all be on the GPU eventually with something called indirect draw calls, which I haven't done yet. We then have the debug renderer, which is basically a mirror of the scene renderer, but it just does a sphere instead. This eventually will have more geometry that we're going to render, but this debug renderer is also going to not just do collision detection geometry, which it's doing at the moment, so it's going to do lighting and stuff. And finally, we have the skybox, which is drawn right at the end, but with 0 depth, and it's drawn at the furthest away point. Doing this right at the end, as Ratchet told me in a couple of streams ago, maybe like... so I'll give him full credit for this. You want to do this at the end to avoid overdraw. So, yes, we're doing this at the overdraw. Then, once we've done that, oh, okay, so no, this is the skybox, my bad. And then we, for profiling, we pushed previously, but we're going to pop right here. We profile what we've just done. We build a queue that's gonna that takes all our registered command buffers, our registered commands that have gone to the command buffers. Then we present, and we're supposed to be playing audio, but we're not. But that's it. So that's the general loop. Eventually, this will all be extracted out. This will be a draw function, right? So the reason I haven't abstracted this out because it's not in its final form yet. This is going to be a much more simplified, but the sequence to get there is going to be a bit more complicated. Which to keep it broad, I won't go into. So this is why it's all scruffily put in main, because this is not permanent. So yeah, that's hopefully how it generally works. So just to recap, it goes handle events at the top. Handle events. Yep. So this is a minimize. Don't render anything if we're minimized. Then we update the world here. This is the small update the world. Well, this and this is all update the world. Then the rest is draw, right? And we have play audio at the bottom, which really should be an update the world, to be honest. So I'm going to move that. Because that's technically part of the world. Anyway, yes. So let's throw this in. Where is the physics updated? There it is. Okay, so we'll do audio. We'll label this here. So this is part of the world, really. So yeah, hopefully that's general. We see everything before that is just initialization, which there's a bunch of stuff that I will skim over, but eventually we have a very simple setup. Eventually we're going to have streaming of assets. Ratchet has just worked on, which is really cool, caching of resources. So we are loading the shaders here. There's a bunch of stuff that they're gonna have in this point. So this is all initialization. So it goes initialization, handle events. So we have initialization, which happens once, and then every single frame we have handle events, updates, and render. So yeah, that's generally what's going on. Hopefully that explains kind of what's happening. Yo, I just tuned in. How does your audio system work? Or how are you planning to use mini audio? Yeah, so I'm using mini audio. I'm probably just going to try and use mini audio right now, rather than trying to get it to work with SDL. Because I really like the idea of having a one include for this, but it is a bit tricky. So yes, yeah, there we go. Yeah, yeah. If yeah, great. I'm glad I if there's more details you want, like if you want a particular something specific explained, please let me know. That's completely valid to ask. I'm gonna render graph. I think right. I'm not entirely sure how I want to structure things yet. At the moment, I'm letting the game design drive the what the technology of the renderer needs to be. And we think we've run out of music, so we're going to play a different thing. Let's go on. What are we clicking on? Where did the thing go I wanted to play? All right. We'll play the Sonic stuff. I think we'll just play this. And we'll loop this for now. Okay. Yeah, where I'm going. So audio right now. Anything in the game that needs to be done immediately. So I'll just play the game. So we have 3 Vulkans. Yeah, 3 Vulkans this afternoon. Wow, I only had 2. Look at you. So I want to build a little space game, right? So, you know, I could have screen space reflections added or a really fast rendering technique, but you know, it's pretty obvious at this point I need to do a lot of other gameplay things, like audio is one, 2D rendering is one, like outside of the debug renderer that it's not here, but the IMGUI stuff that we have. Like there's a lot of stuff that we need to, you know, have this game playable, to test if it's fun and stuff. So that's what I've been really focusing on recently. So there's a lot to do. My render is very simple. My engine is very simple, but it's simple by design at this point. Because I'm trying to make the minimum amount of stuff I need to actually make a little game. Because I went the opposite route before this point, and I kind of went down a rabbit hole of mesh shading, which I won't explain, unless you really want me to. That was fun, but I found that I really didn't get far with anything apart from mesh shading. Ah, right. Unfortunate. It looks like you overdosed on Vulkan. That's what's happened there. Yeah, so that's my main ethos right now. It's does the game need it? Yes, then it's going in. Does the game need it? No, it's not going in. Like, I don't need to build a renderer that renders hair really well, for example. Don't need that. It would be nice to have, but I don't want it. They're just examples, right? It says this is playing. This is the thing I don't understand. Right, I'm going to unplug my audio device from my microphone. I have a feeling that I'm only testing this on a microphone. And I can still speak, I think, but I can't hear the music. I think we're alright for a minute. So, yeah. Yo, Detri, welcome back. Hopefully your thing went well. Right, okay, so let's see. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you remember my last video. That's exactly like the motivation for not doing this. Oh, I also want to print my audio device, actually. That's really helpful. I don't think I can now. I've got to use this mini audio approach. So yeah, I'm just going to go with no music for a bit. On my end, you should be able to still hear stuff. Yeah, I don't want to, because I realized in that video, wrong. Like I spent a year and I didn't really do what I wanted to do that year, because I was so, and all the game, like the second game jam I think I talked about as well, it didn't go very well. So I've been informed that someone is very close to my house, so I will have to end shortly. But we'll keep going. We'll try and. I think what I'm going to do, considering that I've been unsuccessful so far, I'm going to have to read documentation and take notes. I think that's the only way forward after this. I mean, I worked really hard last year, but it's not. I kind of worked hard on the wrong things. Okay, I'm just going to put null again, maybe. Did I see D tree again? I'm in dead tree. I will learn it one day. Okay, no. So, yeah. What are we doing then? What are we going to do? There is no Hello World program that is working. Let's go to Mini Audio's GitHub. And yeah, because I think for the past 2 streams I'm kind of I just need to figure out exactly what it wants me to do. Because at this point I've been clicking around, typing code in very quickly for 2 streams, and I think, although it's worked well for graphics, ironically. The fact that I can't get a Hello World program to work is unfortunate. You know, even if I was to slap this, and I don't think we would be... let's see, so... Yeah, because I got WAV. Yeah, because it's possible the WAV file is just not compatible or something. You know what I'm gonna do? It says it works, right? I've got an idea. We're going to open my test bed project, and we're going to try and get it working here. Let's keep main, obviously. And if it doesn't work here, then it's not my engine. Because at this point, I'm kind of confused why nothing's working. I only have a little bit of time, so take these 2. Oh, no, I'm going to have to go, unfortunately. Thank you all for joining us on the stream. I will see you all very shortly. And yeah, goodbye, guys.